Hello, YouTube. We are here. Let's change the thumbnail. You know, I don't usually wait until I actually get here, but let's talk about it. AEW, we are talking about tonight. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week if you work Monday through Friday. But yes, we do have AEW Dynamite. Here is the review for tonight. Do want you to like to do this before I look at the results and the recap notes again. I do like to say what was on top of my mind. So I will say this: I did enjoy the Rascals, Young Bucks, and Private Party. Did enjoy that a lot. The Private Party coming back. They did lose. Unfortunately, it's been how long now? A year since we saw them, but they look great. Still the same gimmick. Hey, how are you? Said DC. How are you? Did you watch tonight? I don't know if you really, watch AEW. How are you? But AEW caught me off guard with some of their surprises, such as Kyle Fletcher winning that TNT championship. Tommaso was really good with the solo work recently, but I guess he wasn't good enough to defend that championship clearly. So, yes, that was very shocking. AEW was pulling a lot of curveballs tonight, such as the return of Private Party and a new TNT champion. I'm sorry, I must not know what a strap match is because I did not know that strap matches included getting pinned. Was a little confused about that. But the women main eventing, that is something that also caught my attention. So we had a lot of things going on tonight. We had what you call it, Private Party returning. We had a new TNT champion, and we did have the women main event in a strap match. It is what it is, and went over a little bit. Clearly, the show went over. Um, the Thekla girl, I think she's cute. Hmm. She reminds me of like Lady Gaga. She was a wrestler. Just keeping it real. If Lady Gaga was a wrestler, that's who I think of. Okay, no, that's real. Cause I think I remember you saying something like that. That you did watch it at some point, but I think we did mention that the last time we spoke. It was the storylines that you don't really like. Sorry, I do have to edit while I speak. So, what did I feel about the show overall? I did feel it was a little lazy. So, speaking of that, promo that you were talking about, I didn't see that live. I did watch some of the replay, but I have Sling TV so I can rewind. But what pissed me off is that they waited so long to put the full card of what's going to happen. So I did not like that at all. They waited till 7 o'clock to tweet the full graphic of the whole show. So I was like, if y'all don't give a fuck about the show and y'all gonna take until an hour before the show to actually promote the full card, I'm gonna wait 30 minutes to see if it's even worth my time. It's not worth y'all promoting. It ain't worth my time to jump. Hey, half-ass effort, half-ass energy, you're gonna get half-ass effort me trying to tune in. How about that? So I did tune in at 8:30. I mean, it was a great show, but I don't like that half-ass shit. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. I typically only watch women's TV matches, only men's if it's a pay per view. It was just a brawl, basically. Oh, okay, so are you a female wrestling fan? That's nice to know. It's okay if you are. Clearly, I do like female wrestling. You hear me talk about them a lot, so Who is your favorite female wrestler? I think I just made a video about Bianca Belair. Her allegedly going to be part of the WrestleMania 42 plans in some kind of capacity. Not wrestling, clearly still injured, they claim, but still. Can't have the EST without, can't have WrestleMania without EST. But let's talk about it. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let's talk about it. Again, Kyle Fletcher, I'm starting to like him a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying this. I did not want to like him because I felt like he was replacing my favorite Sammy Guevara. With that mega push, that heel vibe, the sexy look. I mean, I kind of like Kyle Fletcher. I mean, he has a nice body, so does Sammy. So basically, they have the same physique, the same attitude. I guess Kyle's just a little bit younger than Sammy, but still. So I always despised him because I was a Sammy Guevara #1 fan, still am, but the more I see him, the more I start to like him. So I did like Kyle Fletcher. There was even a point during the match I was like, oh, I hope he kind of wins. I couldn't believe I was saying that. Before I was, fuck him. Where's Sammy? He's just a copy of him. But starting to like him. Oddly, I keep it real. But the champion being dethroned, I mean, he just came from WWE and he has a TNT championship and then he just lost it not even a month away. What I have to say about that, still he got a title reign. I guess he gets to wrestle a little bit more solo. We are seeing more of him. Tommaso, I don't know. Ciampa, am I pronouncing it wrong? I know I'm butchering it. I'm tired. I haven't went to sleep since 1. But let me read this. Hey Anthony, how are you? I'm doing fine. What chapter are you on? How are you? Okay, so right now, no one is blowing my socks off. I think the girls that are in prominent roles are the wrong choices. I think it should be Family, not JC. Sky, not the. Okay, so I think me and you and somebody else was discussing this a little bit on who should be the star of the group. I don't know if you were part of that. I think at one point it was said that maybe Julia, her time has passed since she botches a lot, people say. But, okay. Okay, so yeah, I do remember someone in this channel was talking about that, who should be the leader. So I guess we don't like Thekla, whatever her name is. I'm sorry, the girl that looks like Lady Gaga. I mean, that's what she looks like, Lady Gaga at this point. But Fallon, yeah, they made her only like mid-card champion material with the NXT Northern Championship, isn't that what it's called? Yeah, she did run that and rock that title reign, but again, never the real NXT belt. JC's cute. I guess she kind of got her flowers or her time to shine after being the third wheel of Toxic Attraction, and now she gets to be the lead of Influence. Okay, the whole WWE main roster women needs to change. Too much of the same women winning. Okay, that's okay. That's honest, and that's your opinion. Hey, how are you, Lion? Did you watch AEW Dynamite? Some things that caught me off guard was new TNT champion Kyle Fletcher. Private Party returning kind of was speculated, so that is not a shot, but was excited nevertheless. Huge Isaiah Cassidy fan. And Marquis Kill and all, but I'm a huge Isaiah Cassidy fan. Thekla has owned Statlander. I think. So, do you like Thekla? Again, she's giving me Lady Gaga punk rock vibes. Again, she doesn't really. I don't know if she really fits with the other girls. I mean, the other girls are more goth compared to her. That's more pop. emo goth, so she has a little different edge to her, more rock and roll, more stick my tongue out, and other girls are more voodoo dolls, seance, let's put a spell on this bitch. So I don't know why she's even in the group with them, to be real. I mean, yeah, they kind of have similar vibes, but I feel like Julia and Sky have more in common. I'm just saying, again, she seems more like edge, rock, a little bit of goth mixed in it compared to the other girls that seem just very goth, magical, kind of situation. The other girl don't seem like she's that crazy to do all that. I think she's a Lady Gaga. Okay, they could say she's a sidekick to Madonna. I love pop music, something about me. So I do say this Marquel's World, all things pro wrestling news and my life. So yes, I do love pop music. So I am a huge Gaga fan. I just discovered some of Madonna's music recently cleaning my apartment. I listened to her album and I'm like, oh, okay. She's good at pop too. Mm. Okay, JC Jane doesn't have that thing that grabs you. So, she can wrestle decently, she can move decently, but you're saying there's just something missing with her that just you quite can't grasp. Okay, that makes sense. I like her, but what we think about it? Like what is the end game? Because I don't know with the women's division what we are thinking. I feel like Mercedes Monet is missing, to be real. I do like her. I'm a little biased because I do feel like the CEO is the best female wrestler. It used to be Trish Stratus, not anymore. It is Mercedes Monet. Trish Stratus is a second, but Mercedes Monet, I feel like, out wrestles her any day. So, that being said, do we think Mercedes Monet needs to come back with the women's division? Do we feel like Britt Baker is close to coming back? I did want to bring that up since we're talking about the women with, whatchamacallit, Private Party actually returning tonight. It would not be shocking if Britt Baker would come back. I mean, Private Party, weren't they missing for a while now? And we finally got to see them after a couple months. So, hmm. I did want to see. Oh, how are you, Robert? I mean, she's the real women's champion. We saw what happened. So, no shade to her. Again, I don't feel like she belonged in that group, to be real with you. Again, the other girls seem witchcraft, goth, black lipstick. She seems red lipstick. Ay, 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 rock chick, Lady Gaga kind of bitch. So again, I don't know why she's with them, but I feel like they'll betray her at some point. I feel like the other two girls, they have some agenda. I felt like if they were going to do something, they could have won the trios championship, but that's only for the men, right? So they don't have that option. But again, what do they need with her at this point? I guess they can become the AEW Tag Team Women's Champion, Sky and Julia. But to be real, she's the newbie of the division compared to the other two girls. I mean, Sky and Julia have been there longer than Thekla, so why would they honestly want her to win before themselves? That doesn't even make sense storyline wise. I mean, if I've been working this company and I saw a new girl or I guess a new boy that rocking my style a little bit, who I like, and I want to show you the ropes, but I didn't even win the award, child boo. I'm not gonna help you win the award. I want to win it. So again, the storyline don't make sense. But I'm sorry, I'm just being real. I hope I don't come off negative. I mean, I did like the tag team match. Did like seeing Mike and what's his name? Kevin backstage. Sometimes I get confused with him. Kevin Knight. He gives off very heel vibe sometimes because this recent match he had on Collision with him taunting his opponents, laughing almost at them when he doesn't move. It's like, are you a baby face? Just saying. Okay, Toronto. Oh, hey. I do have a friend, well, a coworker slash friend that lives in Canada. So she goes to work every day to Detroit, which isn't far. But I will say this, I do love the Smarties that she brings. I'm from Germany, so we have Smarties in Germany. But sometimes she will bring me Smarties from Canada, so I do like that. I haven't been, so I do want to visit. Oh, I think you know that I like Mercedes Monet. I didn't even see that comment until now, but you know that is my boo. You know, but we'll agree to disagree. I understand. And Robert, did you watch AEW? I don't know if I addressed you yet, but thank you so much. And Anthony, thank you for your comment. I do know you tend to usually leave after you comment, so thank you if you're already gone. No shade, I'm just saying, I just noticed. Okay, so let's talk about it some more. Um, I don't know what to think. Let's put people in the hot seat. Let's do that. Start putting people on the screen. And I hate how they messed up my whole setup. When I got time, I'm going to reset it up where I can be in the background. But when I try to change it to SpongeBob, the Krusty Krab, all of a sudden I couldn't be in the background no more. So I don't know what that was all about. But I said the show must go on. So this is how we're going to have the setup. Well, let's put some people on the hot seat. This is not New Japan Pro Wrestling where they try to trademark everything. How do you spell that weird girl name? Thekla? She's cute. Damn, man, that's another video I had to make. Like, when a lot of shit was happening, I'm like, oh, let me record this. Oh, let me record this. Oh, let me record new TNT champion. Oh, let me record Private Party came back. Oh, let me record that Thekla came back. I'm like, child, bye. I'm about to be live. This is too much going on tonight. I don't know what Tony Khan got going on. They threatened to take AEW off air. But, child, he was putting all his efforts in it tonight. Not a bad thing. I'm just saying. A lot of things happened tonight. You would have thought. I mean, they do have that pay-per-view coming, so never mind. I may make a video for her, Miss Lady Gaga chick. I'm just a little too tired, but you know what? I may have to make a video for her, a separate one, just talking about her little victory tonight. Again, I don't know. I thought a strap match, I didn't know you can get pinned or submitted. I thought it was you going to the corner, but I did see some pins at some point, so I'm confused. You already see Julia staring at that title. Let's put some people in the hot seat. That's how we're going to do tonight. So we do have, yes, we have her with the green. We have Julia, as you see, staring at the belt clearly. Sky, let's be messy. She's not really looking at the belt. She's looking more at the crowd. She's soaking it in like my girl. She want her belt, honey. But you see Julia, she looking like, bitch, like you got what I want. So, I'm just saying, the picture speaks for herself. The Sky Girl, she's all celebratory, happy for the girl. But then you have, I don't know, she looks fucking possessed. Like, Like I said, if I saw someone rocking my style and I'm trying to help you in my workplace, I don't want you to win the award before me. So maybe that's what she feeling. We like to be a little bit messy. I love Wendy Williams. She's messy. I used to listen to her on the radio and her show. So, sorry. Just saying what I see. Would that be a good feud? I don't know. Here, if we are observing and we want to nitpick, Giving a little baby face vibes. Her being all, it looks like she's gonna cry. Maybe she is gonna cry because this is her big moment. Let's be real. She's on AEW, probably the biggest platform she's been on. So this is a real moment for the person behind the character. So we do know that. But again, doesn't look badass. I knew I was going to win. It looks more, oh my God, I won, instead of badass. I knew I was going to beat your ass and win this championship. It looks very emotional. Again, I thought she was supposed to be this golf chick. Again, I'm not trying to nitpick, but again, you usually they don't show that much emotion like that. Smarties are good. Oh, okay. What was in Ypsilanti? I do know Ann Arbor. It's a college city, and that's near there. What was in Ypsi? Like a Comic Con? I feel you may have been at a Comic Con, maybe in Ypsi, because I do know they have one. Tequila whipping was fired, and then Khalid got one overstanding. Just when we thought she was getting revenge. I don't know what's next for Chris, to be honest with her. She looked very pretty today. I will give that to her. Some people, I think, are stating, what, Anna Jay? Is that the one that may be going to WWE that was hanging out with Charlotte Flair recently? But Chris, I do know she is the star of the women's division. It used to be Britt Baker. We could say maybe Mercedes Moné at some point, but again, she's gone. So she is the major star. Willow, I guess we can say star, but major, not yet. But they have these belts on her, so. Mm. Where's Ace Austin, by the way? Um, like him a lot. He is missed. Josh Alexander, I do like. Mike Speedball, again, Kevin Knight being backstage was nice seeing them. This does show that the tag team division is very strong in AEW. Again, we have the Rascals, we have the Young Bucks, we have Private Party, we have Mike Jet Speed. Who's the people that be with Ricochet, that team? With Leo Rush and his partner. Darius and his brothers. So again, we have a lot of tag teams. So again, they could do a lot with the tag team division if they actually put effort. Okay, so let me see. Let's put someone else in the hot seat. Again, Tony Khan, I will say this. I was very impressed tonight. I do know that they have a pay-per-view to sell, so let's talk about that real fast. Their pay-per-view. What is their pay-per-view? Because clearly they want to sell us something. Okay. Upcoming pay-per-view. What do we think about the Young Bucks win, by the way? I do know, realistically, are they still EVPs of the company? Oh, okay. Is this just a storyline or fake? Oh. Okay, so I guess we won't know. But I will say this, I don't know if it was just for the storyline to show they have no power or if this was reality that they don't have it. Again, I wouldn't know why they would announce it. But we do have Grand Slam, which they are trying to promote in Australia. Usually these international shows do well because we do know that they don't get a lot of play. So I don't know if that's what they were trying to do, but yes, AEW Revolution is the next pay-per-view, which is in March, correct? So they have a lot of these, like, I would call them mini pay-per-views. Like this one coming up, I wouldn't really consider that a pay-per-view, but it's like a mini pay-per-view almost. They want it to feel important. But March 15, 2026 is AEW Revolution in LA. I'm glad to see them on the, I was going to say the main roster, but I'm glad to see that they are on AEW TV. A lot of people were giving up on them already, stating that I guess they don't have plans for them, but hey, we saw them on Collision. That street fight was very good, I must say. Not being biased because I like Desmond Xavier and Myron Reed, but did like it. Did like Myron Reed, even though he was not part of the match. He did get to have his moment, so they made sure he got to have his moment when he jumped off that truck. Um, have you guys noticed something? Not trying to be messy, but we have to keep it real. Who is the common person that is getting most of the play in the group? If you notice, who was part of the street fights? Who was part of the first Rascals match? Who was part of tonight's match? Desmond. If you don't notice, Zachary didn't wrestle this match, but Desmond wrestled every match so far that the Rascals was part of. So that can be a good or bad thing. Let's talk about that real fast. Again, sometimes he's my favorite one of the Rascals. Sometimes it's Myron. It goes between the both of them. But I will say this: if they are going to keep pushing him where he's the main one that's wrestling in the group, that is a sign that they want to keep him part of that group. I mean, if they keep on pushing him to fight the most, that means they want him to either be the leader or the face of the Rascals if you're going to put him in most of the matches when the Rascals are involved, since there's 3 of them on AEW. I will say there is a 4, Trey Miguel, but right now there's only 3 in this company. But if they switch him around, maybe that'll be a sign that he may have a solo shot. Again, if they put him mostly in these tag matches, tag team championships. But again, if they start letting him not wrestle sometimes and do solo work, we shall see. Just notice an observation, or they might think he is the star of the group. That's why they use him the most. Who knows? But I just noticed he's used the most. Not a bad thing. Again, not complaining. Just an observation. Okay. Again, if he's going to just be tag team star, I would hate that for him. But I'm just hoping maybe since they're new to the roster and maybe this is a different crowd than WWE, or maybe some of them don't remember a Nash Carter, and maybe, let's be real, they may not even know who Myron Reed is, because unfortunately his biggest claim to fame before was MLW, which unfortunately doesn't get a lot of views, but he did get a big name in the indies, so he's well respected there, but a lot of people don't really watch the indies. But he does have a name to himself. So maybe they want him to be tag champion starting out. I don't know if the Bucks are going to win. Is this something we want to see? FTR versus the Bucks. Sooner than later, I do feel like we will have the Acclaim rejoin. They're already teasing that. They've been teasing it, so I do feel like the Acclaim will become a group again. I thought Max Caster or Anthony were going to get solo gold by now. They have so many different titles, so it would make sense one of the originals would win these titles, but nothing yet. Odd. But let me do this before I go to bed, because again, I want to sleep at 1. I had to be up at 6:30. But I was editing that video I made and posted today. So, and I had a neighbor that visited. Well, old one. She left her package here. And I held it for her. And we watched TV and talked for 3 hours. So that was most of my evening. But I still had things I had to do. So, Let's see if I missed anything. Today was very weird, by the way, and I do say this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news and my life. So today I am talking about my life a little bit more. Very weird day. I did leave work 45 minutes early because, again, I was up to 1. I do usually go to boot camp every Wednesday, so I went to the gym. Um, they said something was broke. I guess something, the pipes was frozen, I think. I'm like, oh, damn it. I wanted to get my steps in before I went to boot camp so I can just go home after. But that happened as soon as I got home. There was an email that it's open again. I said I ain't going. But then I came home and my TV was talking about some register. I'm like, what you talking about register? So I had to register my TV, download all the apps, and have to log in on every app. So very weird. And then something else weird happened. So weird day. But let me see if I'm forgetting something. Mm, Tommaso, we already talked about him. I don't think this is the end of him. I mean, he just joined this company, so that would be very dramatic to say that at this point. But I mean, he did have a short reign. Private Party, again, them returning, would say it would be the highlight of the night, but again, so much has happened, such as new TNT champion and new women's champion. Don't know if this return will be overshadowed. I'm just being real with you. So much has happened tonight that it may be overshadowed. Hate that for them. Don't want that for them. But gotta be real. And please like, it does help. Please like, it does help. But who else is there to talk about? Mark Briscoe. Did we see him tonight? I don't recall seeing him. Let me look at the results. Was he shown? Hold on. That's who he fought. Why am I thinking he fought someone else? But no, he wasn't shown because Tommaso got defeated. But where was Mark? I swore he was not shown. Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Why, for a minute, I thought he fought Kyle. He confronted him after the match. Again, so much shit has happened. Mark, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Didn't know that Kyle Fletcher was going to win the title again, so I don't know. Anything can happen at this point. Maybe Mark will win the title somehow again. But the TNT Championship feels like a decent title. I mean, with Kyle Fletcher winning it again, I hope it means something. I hope he has a decent title reign and some feuds. He could feud with Kevin Knight. He could feud with someone from the Rascals. Even if they lose, this will showcase that they can have solo runs as well. They can be a 3-man group, but also try to fight for solo belts. So one of them, Sammy Guevara, that would be a nice match to see. Maybe he gets dethroned by Sammy. So many matchups we can have. By the way, Bryan Danielson, since we are talking about AEW, allegedly he may come back sooner than later. He did mention he's still looking into his health, so do not count him out. But before I go to bed, let me make sure I'm not forgetting something, because again, I'm tired. Am I forgetting something? Did we see MJF? Again, so much has happened. No, we didn't see him. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, let me make sure. I noticed I didn't talk about the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family. These are two factions that are overpushed, so it is what it is. But We all know the Death Riders. One, I do like this for what's his name, John Moxley. I was gonna call him Ambrose again. I'm tired, but I do like this for John Moxley. I do like that he is being taken seriously and a leader of this group. So I'm not saying I want this group to disband. I'm just saying it's too much because they're too featured. That's all. It doesn't have to disband, but just give us some room to appreciate the group. Let's not have them in every match. But that's kind of like Don Callis. There's so many members it feels redundant too. But I think I read everything. I am sure I read everything. The promo. I will say I saw some of it. I did rewind between Kenny and Swerve. I mean, they're both decent on the mic. Who I like the most out of the two, I would say maybe Swerve. But we shall see. AEW clearly, I feel like, has new creative writing a little bit because there was a lot of changes. Maybe some storylines will be built. Maybe this is just hope, but I'm just saying. But I'm done. AEW out of 10 stars. I like to rate YouTube, and please like and follow if you have not. Please also follow X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, Marquelworld. I know I'm forgetting one, but who cares? But out of 10 stars, hmm, I'll say 9. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it an A minus. Did like seeing Isaiah Cassidy, Mark as well, Private Party. Did like seeing Kyle Fletcher win the title. Shocking about the title change and women main event. And so much good stuff happening tonight. So, there's not a lot of storylines, a lot of great moments happening tonight. So, I enjoyed it. So, AEW Dynamite, this is your review. I will be live this weekend sometime for a gossip session where we gossip about wrestling and what happened and what we liked. Please bring your own gossip as well. But I will post soon when I'll be live. But thank you for those that support. I need to get some sleep. I hope you guys are well. I gotta be back up for that call center. So thank you for the support. 2 videos were posted today. I recorded last night, and today I recorded about Private Party returning. So 2 videos were posted. But this is Marquelworld, all things pro wrestling news in my life. See you guys.